Hello students, myself Anand Patil. I just welcome you all to this new initiative by SU Mahesh PU College, Belagaum. So I hope you are doing well with your competitive examination preparations. So in order to facilitate your preparation, we are just making these videos. I request you all to take the advantages of these videos. Okay. So in this video, I am just discussing some of the previous year questions from the previous year questions from the KCET examination of the chapter atoms. Okay. So before starting the discussion, I will just convey you two things. The first thing is you will get around 1 to 2 questions from this chapter in the KCET examination. And the second important thing is, so the questions from this chapter is almost direct. You will easily solve the questions. Okay. So these two things you should keep it in your mind. Okay. So don't waste the time. So let us start our discussion. So the first question of this video is, the first question is, total energy of the electron in an excited state of hydrogen atom is minus 3.4 electron volt. The kinetic and potential energy of the electron in this state is. Okay. So this is the question. They have given 4 options, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The solution is very simple. First I will write the equations of total energy of the electron in the nth state, next kinetic energy of the electron in nth state, and third one is potential energy of the electron in nth state. Okay. So first I will write total energy of the electron in nth state, that is given by minus 13.6 Z square divided by n square electron volt. Take it as equation number 1. Next, take the kinetic energy of the electron in nth state, that is given by Kn is equal to 13.6 Z square divided by n square electron volt. Take it as equation number 2. Similarly, write equation for potential energy of the electron in nth state, that is equal to minus 27.2 Z square divided by n square electron volt. So take it as equation number 3. So first equation gives the total energy of the electron in nth state. The second equation gives kinetic energy of the electron in nth state, and third equation gives potential energy of the electron in nth state. So first we will establish the relation between first equation and second equation, that is so first I will write equation number 1 once again. En is equal to minus 13.6 Z square divided by n square, where Z is nothing but atomic number and n is nothing but orbit number, that is principal quantum number. Okay. I will just multiply this equation with minus 1 on both sides, that is minus 1 into En, that is equal to minus 1 into minus 13.6 Z square divided by n square. Okay. That is minus 1 into En is nothing but minus En, that is equal to minus 1 into minus, that is nothing but plus 13.6 Z square divided by n square. Okay. So minus En is nothing but plus 13.6 Z square by n square is nothing but kinetic energy of the electron in nth state, that we can write minus En is equal to Kn. So this is the important relation. From this relation we have to calculate the value of kinetic energy, that is Kn is equal to minus total energy of the electron in nth state, that is given. So that is how much? Minus 3.4 electron volt. So this becomes minus into minus plus, that is plus 3.4 electron volt. This is nothing but kinetic energy of the electron in nth state. By using the same procedure, we have to calculate the value of potential energy of the electron in nth state. That is, again I will just write this same equation, that is total energy of the electron in nth state, that is En is equal to minus 13.6 Z square divided by n square. I will just multiply this equation with 2 on both sides. You will get 2 into En is equal to 2 into minus 13.6 z square by n square. Okay, so this becomes 2 into En, that is equal to minus 13.6 into 2, that is minus 27.2 z square by n square. So we know that from equation number 3, minus 27.2 z square by n square is nothing but the equation of a potential energy of the electron in n state. That is, we can write, so 2En is equal to Un. So by this relation we have to calculate the value of potential energy. Okay, so Un is equal to, which implies that Un is equal to 2 into En is there. 2 into En means total energy of the electron in n state, that is given minus 3.4. So this becomes Un is equal to minus 2 into minus 3.4, that is minus 6.8 electron volt. So this is nothing but potential energy of the electron in n state. Okay, so kinetic energy how much? So this kinetic energy is equal to plus 3.4 electron volt. Similarly, the potential energy becomes minus 6.8 electron volt. Okay, so let us check one by one option. Plus 3.4 electron volt, minus 6.8 electron volt. So in the first option, so kinetic energy is how much? Minus 3.4 electron volt is given. So this is wrong. Option 2, kinetic energy 3.4 electron volt and potential energy U is equal to minus 6.8 electron volt. So this matches our answer. That's why option 2 is the correct option for this question. Okay, so this is the solution of the first question. So next we will move towards the second question. So the second question is, when electron jumps from n is equal to 4 level to n is equal to 1 level, the angular momentum of the electron change by. Okay, so this is also previous year KCET question from the chapter atoms. They have given 4 options. So here in this problem we have to check, we have to calculate the value of change in angular momentum when the electron makes transition from one level to another level. So what is given in the problem? They have given when the electron jumps from n is equal to 4 level to n is equal to 1 level. Okay, so first I will draw energy level diagram for this question. So this is the energy level corresponds to n is equal to 1. This is n is equal to, energy level corresponds to n is equal to 4. Okay, so where n is equal to 1 and n is equal to 4, these are nothing but the principal quantum numbers. So what happens here? Electron initially at n is equal to 4. This electron makes transition from n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 1. Now we have to calculate change in angular momentum. Okay, so first I will write angular momentum of the electron when it is in n is equal to 4. Similarly, we have to find the value of angular momentum of the electron when it is in n is equal to 1 state. Then we have to take the difference, you will get the answer. Okay, so then according to second postulate of Bohr atomic model, the second postulate tells that the electron revolves in a particular orbit whose angular momentum is equal to integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. That is Ln is equal to nh upon 2 pi, where n is nothing but a principal quantum number. Okay, by using this equation, first let us find the value of angular momentum of the electron in n is equal to 4. Then by using the same formula, we have to calculate the value of angular momentum of the electron in n is equal to 1 state. Okay, so first I will calculate angular momentum of the electron when the electron present in n is equal to 4. Okay, so then it becomes n is equal to 4, then this equation becomes L4 is equal to nh by 2 pi is there, in the place of n substitute n is equal to 4. Okay, so then it becomes 4h upon 2 pi. Okay, so let us take it as a equation number 1. So equation number 1 represents angular momentum of the electron when the electron present in a n is equal to 4 state. Similarly, by using the same procedure, we have to calculate the value of angular momentum of the electron when the electron present in a n is equal to 1 state. That is, L1 is equal to, so nh upon 2 pi is there, in the place of n substitute 1. Okay, this becomes 1 into h means that is h upon 2 pi. So take it as a equation number 2. So here, so equation 2 is nothing but the final state. Equation number 1 is nothing but the initial state. So then take the difference between these two, you will get the answer. Okay. So next, electron makes transition from n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 1, then L1 minus L4 is equal to, L1 is how much? L1 is nothing but h upon 2 pi minus, L4 is how much? L4 is nothing but 4h upon 2 pi. Okay, so after simplification you will get L1 is minus L4, that is nothing but delta L. Delta L is nothing but change in momentum, angular momentum. Okay, so this becomes minus 3h upon 2 pi. We just want magnitude, so we are not interested in direction. Just take a modulus of delta L, that is modulus of 3h upon 2 pi. You will get 3h upon 2 pi. So this is our answer. So what is this? This is nothing but a change in angular momentum when the electron makes transition from n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 1. Okay, so now let us check one by one option. So option 1, h upon 2 pi is there, so this is wrong. Option 2, 2h upon 2 pi is there, this is also wrong. Option 3, 3h upon 2 pi is there, so this is the right option for this question. Okay, so this is the solution for the second question. So let us move towards the next question. So the next question is question number 3. The energy in electron volt required to excite an electron from n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 4 state in hydrogen atom is. Okay, so we have to calculate the energy required to excite an electron from n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 4 state. Okay, so that is also in terms of electron volt. So they have given 4 options. So the solutions to this question is very simple. Okay, so let us start the solution. So first I will write energy level diagram. So the energy levels required for so this question is n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 4. Okay, so first I will draw energy level corresponds to n is equal to 2. Similarly, energy level for n is equal to 4, where n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 4, these are nothing but corresponding principal quantum numbers. Okay, so we know that when electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, it emits energy in the form of photon. Similarly, when the electron jumps from lower energy level to higher energy levels, so we just supply some amount of energy to this electron. So that we have to calculate. So that is also in terms of electron volt. Okay, so let us take the energy level corresponds to n is equal to 2, so that is E2. Similarly, the energy level corresponds to n is equal to 4, that is E4. Okay, so the solution is simple. When the electron jumps from n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 4, okay, so for this process we have to apply certain amount of energy, so that we have to calculate. Then how can you calculate the energy required for this transition? By taking the difference between E4 and E2. Okay, so we know that energy of the electron in n state, that is equal to minus 13.6 z square by n square electron volt. Okay, so this is for the hydrogen atom. So for hydrogen take z is equal to 1. If z is equal to 1, this equation becomes En is equal to minus 13.6 z square becomes 1 square means 1 divided by n square electron volt. Okay, so next by using this formula, so you can take it as equation number 1. So by using this formula, first we have to calculate the value of energy of the electron in n is equal to 4. Similarly, by using the same procedure, we have to calculate energy of the electron in n is equal to 2 state. Okay. So first I will calculate energy of the electron in n is equal to 4 state, that is E4 is equal to minus 13.6 divided by 4 square. Okay, so this becomes equal to E4 becomes minus 13.6 divided by 16. Okay, so this becomes equal to so minus 0.85 electron volt. Okay, so by using the same procedure, we have to calculate the value of energy of the electron in second state, that is E2. So E2 is equal to minus 13.6 divided by 2 square, that is equal to, so minus 13.6 divided by 2 square means that is equal to 4. You will get 3 minus 3.4 electron volt. So E4 is nothing but the energy of the electron in fourth state. E2 is nothing but the energy of the electron in a second state. Now, so this is n is equal to 2 and this is n is equal to 4. Okay, electron made transition from n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 4. So this is E4 and this is E2. So take the difference of E4 and E2, that is higher energy level minus lower energy level. Okay, so that is the energy required, take it as a delta E. Delta E is equal to E4 minus E2, that is equal to, E4 is how much? E4 is a minus 0.85 electron volt minus of. What about E2? E2 is minus 3.4 electron volt. Okay, so minus into minus plus, this becomes delta E is equal to minus 0.85 minus into minus plus 3.4 electron volt. Okay, so 3.4 minus 0.85, this becomes, so this becomes plus 2.55 electron volt. That is delta E is nothing but delta E is equal to plus 2.55 electron volt. So what is this? This is nothing but energy in terms of electron volt, so required for the electron to make transition from n is equal to 2 to n is equal to 4 state. Okay, so let us check the options. So that is option 1 plus 2.55 is there. So this is the right option for this question. Okay, so next we will move towards the next question. So this is question number 4. Question number 4 is the total energy of the electron revolving in the second orbit of the hydrogen atom is. This is very simple question. in 2 to 3 steps you will get the answer. Okay, so they have given 4 options. This is also previous year KCET question. Okay, so the solution is very simple. Again, by using the same equations, that is total energy of the electron in n state is given by minus 13.6 z square by n square. Okay, again same thing. So they have given hydrogen atom. So for hydrogen z is equal to 1. If z is equal to 1, so z square becomes equal to 1. Then En becomes equal to minus 13.6 divided by n square. Okay, so this is the equation. By using this equation, we have to calculate the total energy of the electron revolving in the second orbit. Second orbit means the principal quantum number, so that is n is equal to 2. Okay, substitute n is equal to 2 in this equation, you will get the answer. Okay, so that is E2 is equal to minus 13.6 divided by n square is there, in the place of n substitute 2 square, so you will get, so minus 13.6 divided by 2 square means 4, you will get the answer minus 3.4 electron volt. So the answer is minus 3.4 electron volt. Now let us check one by one option. The first option is minus 13.6 electron volt. This is wrong. Option 2 minus 1.51 electron volt. This is also wrong. Option 3 minus 3.4 electron volt. So this is the right option for this question. Okay. So the solution for this question is very simple. Okay. So you got the final answer in 2 to 3 steps. Okay. So this is fourth question. So now let us move towards the next question, that is question number 5. So this is question number 5. The period of revolution of an electron revolving in an nth orbit of hydrogen atom is proportional to. Okay. So these are the options. Option 1 n square is there. Option 2 1 upon n. Option 3 n cube. Option 4 independent of n. So this is also very simple question. First I will write the equation for time period of the electron. So that is revolving in a particular orbit. So that is in nth orbit. Okay. For example, so this is hydrogen atom they have given. So this is nucleus. For example, electron is revolving in this orbit. For example, take this nth orbit. Okay. So what do you mean by time period? Time period is nothing but the amount of time taken by the electron to complete one rotation in this particular orbit. Okay. So I will just directly write the equation for time period of the electron in nth orbit, that is Tn is equal to, so this is equal to, so this is proportional to n cube divided by z square. Okay. So from this equation, so this equation relates the relation between time period of the electron in n state and the principal quantum number, that is n. Similarly, this equation also relates time period of the electron in n state to the atomic number. Okay. So in the question they have given for hydrogen atom, H atom is nothing but hydrogen atom. So for hydrogen atoms, Z is equal to 1. Okay. So suppose if you substitute Z is equal to 1, this equation becomes Tn is proportional to n cube. So this is our answer. So what is this? Time period of electron which is revolving in nth orbit is proportional to n cube. Okay. So now let us check one by one option. The first option, so that is n square, this is wrong. Option 2, that is 1 upon n, so that is also wrong. Option 3, so that is n cube, so that's why option 3 is the right option for this question. Okay. So this is very simple question in order to solve. So here what we have to do, we have to just establish the relation between time period and principal quantum number, that is orbital number. Okay, so that is also simple relation, that is time period of the electron in nth orbit is proportional to n cube or cube of the principal quantum number. Okay, so this is the solution for the fifth question. So we will move towards the last question of this video, so that is question number 6. So this is question number 6. Angular momentum of an electron in hydrogen atom is 3h upon 2 pi, where h is the Planck's constant. The kinetic energy of the electron is. Okay, so they have given 4 options. This is also from previous year KCET question paper. Okay, so in this problem, what we have to do, we have to calculate the value of kinetic energy of the electron in a particular orbit. So for that orbit, they have given angular momentum of the electron, that is 3h upon 2 pi. That is, they have given solution L is equal to 3h upon 2 pi. Okay, so take it as a equation number 1. According to Bohr's second postulate, it tells that the angular momentum of an electron revolving in a nth orbit or any particular orbit is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. That is, Ln is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Take it as a equation number 2. Okay, suppose if you compare equation number 1 and equation number 2, in the place of h upon 2, here also h upon 2 pi is there. So in the place of n, here how much? 3 is there. That's why, so the given angular momentum of the electron, so that is nothing but angular momentum of the third orbit, or n is equal to 3. Okay, so by this data we can say that n is equal to 3, that is electron present in a third energy state, that is n is equal to 3. Next, by using this data, we have to calculate the value of kinetic energy of the electron. So just write kinetic energy of the electron in n state, that is plus 13.6 z square divided by n square. Again same thing for hydrogen atom, z is equal to 1. So you will, this equation becomes Kn is equal to plus 13.6 z square means 1 square means simply 1, that is divided by n square. In the place of n, substitute 3. So this equation becomes Kn is equal to plus 13.6 divided by 3 means there is 3 square. Okay, so plus 13.6 divided by 9, plus 13.6 divided by 9. So this becomes, I will just write the answer here. So kinetic energy of the electron, so in third state, K3 becomes plus 13.6 divided by 9, so that is 1.51 electron volt. Okay, so this is the final answer, which is nothing but kinetic energy of the electron in a third energy state. Okay, so we will check one by one option. Option 1, 4.35 electron volt is there, so this is wrong. Option 2, 1.51 electron volt is there, so this is the right option for this question. Okay, so from this question I will just conclude the video. So I will just thank you for watching this video. Okay, so thank you once again.